Hey love, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this interesting video from Matt Walsh, and it's titled, "Is this really all it took to fix the squatter problem?" You guys, I'm excited for this. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what this video is all about.
This is from NBC Miami. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a bill that will allow squatters in the state to be immediately evicted. DeSantis signed the bill HB 621 during a news conference Wednesday in Orlando, promising that Florida is ending the squatter scam. Before the bill, squatters were considered to be tenants, and a process was required to evict them, but now this bill strips squatters of those rights. Lawmakers overwhelmingly passed the bill, which allows law enforcement to immediately remove squatters who don't have a lease authorized by the owner of the property. And here is Governor DeSantis talking about this bill.
But all the more reason why what we did last week to make sure we're not going to allow these squatters to commandeer private property is really important, because you do have people that will live here 7, 8 months of the year. Maybe they go to Maine or New York or even we got a lot of Canucks that come down here and own property. So you're gone for the whole summer. And again, this isn't most Floridians, but we probably have more in our state that do that than just about any other state. You go and then you come back 4 months later and someone sets up shop in your house, and then they're asserting rights against you. And then in some of these states, the property owner is the one that actually gets arrested when there's a confrontation. That's absurd. You don't have a right to squat in somebody's property. Yeah. And so if you try to squat in the state of Florida, the homeowner has a very quick remedy. You call the sheriff, and you guys will have a sheriff soon here in this county. You call the sheriff. They send people and they evict the squatters from your residence. That's the way it should be. That's how private property rights work.
The thing I love about this and so much of what DeSantis does is, first of all, he proves that the solutions, in fact, to most of these problems are very simple. There's so many problems we have in society that we're told, you know, those in charge, the powers that be, the elites will tell us that, well, there's no simple solution. You know, we're kind of stuck with this. There's nothing we can really do about it. Yeah, you might think there's a solution, but there really isn't. And there are so many other, whatever you try to do, there's so many side effects of that we're stuck with this. We can't do anything about it. And then when you have an effective leader like DeSantis come along, he proves that, oh no, it's actually a simple solution. It's easy to prove that someone is squatting in your residence and they don't belong there. Very easy to prove. And if you can prove it, then you just have them kicked out. That's it. You have law enforcement comes. They got to break down the door. And then, you know, really the squatter should have to pay for it, whatever damage is done. And you just drag them out. That's it. We don't need to sit around talking about, well, what do we do? There's someone in this house and they want to be in the house, but they don't belong there. What do we do about that? I don't know what to do. You drag them out and you bring them to jail. That's the solution. It's so simple. And any claim that it's not as simple as that is belied by someone like DeSantis, who says, okay, well, this is what we're going to do. There you go. No more squatting. Not a problem anymore.
You guys, what are your thoughts on Ron DeSantis' speech? Do you think is as easy as that? Because most of these squatters do not only squat, but they are actually thieves, and kicking them out just like that is not going to be as easy as he said it. Because like Matt Walsh said, there are a lot of side effects that comes with kicking these squatters out. And it's going to take a lot of time for these things to be fully in circulation, or for the government to be able to start kicking out these squatters. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and let's continue watching, you guys.
And that's the great thing about Ron DeSantis, and why we need many more Republican leaders like him, where there's a problem. This is the way. It shouldn't be shocking to have a Republican governor that does this. That a Republican governor that sees there's a problem and says, oh, okay, well, we'll solve that. We'll pass a law. And, you know, like, laws do matter. You can actually fix a lot of problems with a law. Yeah. Okay. You can't fix every problem with a law, and you can't fix any problem absolutely perfectly, but it could go a long way. So imagine that, having laws and then enforcing those laws with the people that you pay to enforce laws, law enforcement. Wow, it's like it really works. which is more evidence that decline is a choice. And that the kind of lawless anarchy that you see in many places of the country is a choice. It doesn't have to be that way. And so at least Ron DeSantis identifies the problem and solves it. But that is just not something that enough conservatives value. I think that normal people, whether they identify as conservatives or not, who are just like living their lives, they value it, of course. You know, they value a leader who sees problems and tries to fix it and is always working to like make your life, but they want to make your life better. Okay, our political leaders, it's not their, you know, they're not the primary ones in charge of making your life better. You have to take charge of that yourself, but that should be their overarching goal. And I think normal people appreciate that. But in particular, I guess I would say the kind of commentariat, the conservative commentariat, the pundits and so on, don't value it enough, are not nearly as impressed as they should be by conservative leaders who actually accomplish things. And why is that? I think one of it is that it's not as interesting. You know, the solution to the problem is not as interesting as the problem. There's not as much to talk about. And I think for a lot of conservatives, they honest to God, they'd rather have the problem to complain about than the solution. And that alone explains some of the negative reception or the kind of lukewarm or indifferent reception that DeSantis has received. Hey, YouTube, thanks for listening to the show. If you'd like access to my full show with no ads, you should go to dailywire.com and use promo code Walsh to get 2 months free on all annual plans. See you there.
Wow, you guys, that was such an interesting one from Matt Walsh. And what are your thoughts on Ron DeSantis' statement? Do you guys think that this solution Ron DeSantis is preferring is going to help curb the problem of squatters in the city, or is going to take a whole lot of time for them to be able to do even a small amount of eradicating or removing the squatters from squatting in residential properties? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And I really enjoyed every minute of this video. Matt Walsh said nothing but the truth in this one. And let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.